Everyone, welcome to this video. So in this video, I'm gonna go over the questions that you guys will see in exercise 5-7. This exercise 5-7 will be pretty much a review on Pythagorean theorem. So you guys should find this exercise pretty easy, okay? But anyhow, let's get started. So when we talk about Pythagorean theorem, we should be pretty familiar with them already, and we can only apply Pythagorean theorem when we have a right triangle. Okay, let's say today we have a triangle that looks like that, maybe an isosceles triangle. Then as it is right now, we cannot apply it. In order for us to apply Pythagorean theorem, we must have this 90 degrees, okay? And for this right triangle, there's one side that's called the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is the longest side in the right triangle, and it is always opposite of the right angle, okay? It is always opposite of the right angle, all right? And this is just a leg, and that is another leg. So let's say today, if I say my leg is A, has a length of A, my B has a length of B, the other leg has a length of B, and my hypotenuse has a length of C, then I can say C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared. Okay, make sure your C represent your hypotenuse. Okay, so let's look at an example. So here I have a right triangle where one of my leg is 9, and another leg is x, and that's something we have to find. And they told us that the hypotenuse is 15. So let's go ahead and apply the Pythagorean theorem. So I can set it up. My hypotenuse is 15. So I can say 15 squared is equal to 9 squared plus x squared. So I'm gonna, this is 15 squared is equal to 125, I think. Sorry, 225 is equal to 81 plus x squared. So minus 81 minus 81. My x squared is equal to 114. Square root the whole thing. Square your left, square your right. My x is equal to 12. So my x is equal to 12. Okay? So just be careful. Be careful when you set up your when you're applying your Pythagorean theorem. Make sure you have your hypotenuse as the subject, then you should be okay. Now, as I said in the beginning, for now, this is just a review. You might come across word problems, right? Word problems where maybe there's a house and you have to use a ladder. Just let me try to draw this. A ladder that goes up, and this is on the ground. And you know, they said the ladder is 11 meters long, maybe, and this is going to be right angle for us because the walls make a 90 degrees angle to the ground. And let's say the bottom part is about 8 meters away. They want you to find the height of the wall, something like that, right? So they might you will come in this exercise, you will come across word problems like this, but you know, it's pretty easy. I'm just gonna show you guys how to set up the equation. My hypotenuse is the one that is opposite from the right angle, so my hypotenuse is 11. So I have 11 squared is equal to 8 squared plus h squared. 11 squared is 121 equal to 64 plus h squared. So h squared is equal to 121 minus 64, 57. h squared is 57. So I square root both sides. So my h is equal to approximately, I think on Alex, they want you to round it up to the nearest tenth. But just read the question carefully, see what they want. So in this case, it will be approximately 7.5 meter. Okay, so not too difficult, but still, just be careful, okay? I will make one more video later to go over the tougher problems, because there are a few questions in this exercise that are a bit more challenging. So I will do that in the next video. But let me finish this video with one last example. So they might ask you, say, 5, 13, 14. Is it a right triangle? Is it not a right triangle? Or they say not enough info. They want you to choose. Okay, this one or that one or this one. All right. So let's see. So if this is a right triangle, then I have 5 squared plus 13 squared should be equal to 14 squared, right? Because for 14, my hypotenuse is always the longest. So if this is true, then I have a right triangle. So let's see. So 5 squared is equal to 25. 13 squared is 169. And that is how much? This is equal to, and let me put that in the calculator. 194. Okay. So then let's see what's 14 squared. 14 squared is equal to 196. So, man, so 5 squared plus 13 squared does not equal to 14 squared. So it is not a right triangle. Okay, so they will give you another set of data. So let's say, for example, maybe something like, instead of 5, 13, 14, they will give you 10, 24, 26. And then you have to pick, is it this one, is it this one, or is it that one, right? Okay, so this will be part 1 of your 5-7 video. And I'm going to make part 2. All right, make sure you watch the second part. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.